I've been a fan of Pokémon since Red and Blue first released in 1996, and now I'm diving into the world of competitive Pokémon. So come along and join me on my competitive Pokémon adventure.
G'day everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Miko, first name The, and this is my very first YouTube video, so thank you for stopping by and giving it a chance. This channel is going to be focused on Pokemon Champions and competitive Pokemon VGC. It's not about me teaching you to be the world champion, it's just about us learning the game and playing together. I decided to start this channel for two reasons. First, I want to improve my own Pokemon skills. With the release of Pokemon Champions, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to take competition seriously and really learn how to play the game properly. The second reason is to encourage new and inexperienced players to jump in and have a go, learn a bit more about the game and take the first step towards local or regional events. If you're like me and thought competition was complicated or intimidating, I know exactly how you feel, and everyone has to start somewhere. Hey, if this guy can do it, I'm sure anyone can. Or maybe you're a veteran player and feel like you need some encouragement. Maybe you feel like you're in a bit of a slump, need a bit of a pick-me-up. Well, stay tuned because I'm sure my many fumbles will make you feel better about your own game. I've never done this before, so just like my Pokemon journey, I'm learning as I go. The videos won't be perfect, but I will do my best to improve them with every update. Alright, let's go. Let's get in the first episode.
Now this is the very first team that I put together when I started playing Champions after the release of Champions. It's based around Mega Tyranitar and Scarf Garchomp mainly. The idea of the team is you're leading Klefki and Arcanine, getting up screens, using Thunder Wave to get the potential paralysis onto opposing Pokemon, and then with Howl on Arcanine, using Howl to increase the attack of either Garchomp or Tyranitar, then spamming Double Rock Slide. So the Double Rock Slide flinch chance plus chance of paralysis with Thunder Wave is kind of an obnoxious win condition, but if you can pull it off, getting a Howl onto either Tyranitar or Garchomp, even a single Howl, means that it's doing quite a bit more damage. Now, on the team, Whimsicott is probably the Pokemon that I bring the least. However, it does have its matchups where it's good. And Dragonite, I'm really only bringing if I don't feel comfortable bringing Tyranitar. Mostly into rain teams is where I would bring the Dragonite, and in rain your Hurricanes and Thunders become much more accurate, so you can use the Mega Dragonite with its increased special attack through Mega Evolution to hit really hard. So that's the idea behind the Dragonite. Now, I won't go into too much detail about why the stats are this way. There's nothing that I really put much thought into. However, there's a couple of things I will point out, and they're probably more not optimizations. So Whimsicott being Sash should just probably be max. However, I do like that it can survive a little bit better from hits that aren't one-hit KOs. So if it's attacked and it doesn't bring it down to Sash, then it is a little bit more survivable. Dragonite's just a simple max. Arcanine has a little bit of investment in attack and hit points and speed, but not a huge amount. The idea behind that was I didn't want to go max attack because most of the time I'm going to try and get a Howl off anyway. And then with E-Speed, it's going to have a priority attack. So having the maximum speed is not super critical. Likewise with the Garchomp, being a Scarf Garchomp, it's going to be pretty well the fastest thing on the field, unless they've got a super speedy Mon under Tailwind. And even then, depending on what it is, sometimes Garchomp will still outspeed. The Tyranitar has a little bit of bulk investment, a little bit of speed investment, because I do find Tyranitar to be a little bit slow sometimes. And then the Klefki, it's just supposed to take attacks, get those screens off. It has Occa Berry, which will lower fire type damage once. So there's a few tools on this team. As I said, it was the first team that I put together when I started playing Champions, so not optimized, but a good rough start, I would say. And I did manage to reach Master Ball with the team, so it's not bad by any means. It's just some scenarios, some matchups are a little bit more tricky than others, and particularly with the Arcanine, Klefki, Garchomp, Tyranitar, which are typically the standard four that I would bring. Having a Define or competitive Pokemon get intimidated by the Arcanine feels really bad, because they just start doing so much more damage, and then I always feel on the back foot from there. So just a couple of things to watch out for. But otherwise, I think for a first attempt, quite a solid team. So why use Mega Tyranitar? Well, base Tyranitar has some really good stats across the board. It means that you don't have to bring it as the Mega in matchups. It does get quite a meaningful stat increase when it does Mega Evolve, but base Tyranitar can still put in a lot of work. The stats on base Tyranitar, really good across the board, and that Sandstorm ability, kicking up the Sandstorm when it enters battle, not only provides meaningful chip onto anything that's not ground, rock, or steel, can break Focus Sash on a lot of common Focus Sash Pokemon as well, making them a little bit easier to deal with. When Tyranitar does Mega Evolve, it gets a really meaningful increase in attack, defense, and special defense. And the special defense that rock types get from having the Sandstorm up, or the Sandstorm up, mean that it's technically increased even further. So the key thing with Tyranitar Mega Evolving into Mega Tyranitar is that Sandstorm ability is activated again. So it will reset the sand, which means if you are in a weather war with Frostlass or Pelipper or Charizard Y, by Mega Evolving, you can then reset the sand, which could give you a meaningful advantage in that match. Now, the way that the turn order works is that faster Pokemon will have their ability activated first. So in this case, Tyranitar being slower than Charizard and Frostlass actually works out in its favor, because if Charizard Y is on the field and it goes for a Mega Evolution, it will set up the Sun. Tyranitar will Mega Evolve second and then cancel out the Sun, and you'll have the Sand up, which can be pretty nice. So the matchup that Tyranitar has into Charizard Y, Frostlass, with those Dark type and Rock type moves is why I thought that it would be pretty well situated in the game at the moment against particularly those two. But there's other situations where it's also pretty good. So it just depends on what type of team you're looking for, but I think Tyranitar is a pretty good start for any team. The first one here is obviously Arcanine has Intimidate, and King Gambit can be scary. But I think that because we've got Scarf Garchomp, competitive Milotic is also not great for us here. So I think I'm going to go Scarf Chomp, Klefki, Titar, See, Arcanine's not that great here. I will bring Dragonite. I probably won't Mega the Dragonite. I will probably end up with T-Tar as the Mega, but yeah, Azumarill and Milotic mean that Arcanine's probably not a great bring. Garchomp and T-Tar, okay. So Dragon Claw will be fine, and let's get a Reflect up. There's probably Mega T-Tar on their side. Let's see. One of the things I'm learning from watching other people play the game is trying to decipher teams from team preview, what their team is likely to be. Holding on with one is not great, but they did Earthquake themselves, so... yeah, Lash Out. And Rough Skin Chip. Okay, so I'm locked into Dragon Claw. That's fine. And let's get Klefki out of there. I could see them protecting their Chomp or switching out. No, they did neither of those things. Okay, that's fine. Take out T-Tar. Outrage targeting. Okay. Probably wasn't the best switch in, considering that was Outrage, but the targeting is random. If that was into Klefki, it would have done nothing. But if it was an Earthquake or anything else, then I would have been in a reasonably good spot there. So I am going to just Dragon Claw here and look, why not? Oh, Sandvale Garchomp. Okay. I didn't think about that. It's still... oh, Luffy Dragonite. Well done. That's fine. Not worried about that. It's still going to be 2v2, and I have T-Tar that I can Mega. I love Mega T-Tar. He looks so cool. And, okay. Mega, and I'll probably just go for Rock Slide. I don't think Gengar's going to be able to beat us here. Gengar's probably going to be faster, but I'll set up a light screen this turn. Next turn I can Thunder Wave, and then T-Tar's probably going to be faster. Rock Slide should still do a good chunk of damage, though. Oh, Icy Wind. Okay, well, it's not going to do very much. Oh, that's so much damage to Gengar. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much won now. There's not a lot that Gengar can do. Shadow Ball's going to be resisted. Sludge Bomb's not going to do much. They could perish, but Klefki's going to be the slowest thing on the field. So Gengar will faint first. So I think they were just going to forfeit. Let's see what they do. I'm just going to Rock Slide again and Thunder Wave. I don't know whether this lag is on my end or theirs, or whether they're just waiting.
A few moments later.
I like Klefki here, so I've got the Klefki. He's got a fire resist berry, which is kind of neat into Charizard heavy teams. Yeah, that doesn't KO through Light Screen. And Rock Slide, goodbye, Gengar. Gengar was still Icy Wind Drop. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought with the paralysis that we might be quicker there, but with the Icy Wind Drop, that's, probably not the case. Okay. I mean, we are in Pokeball tier, but Pokeball tier rank 3. Oh, yeah. All right, let's do another one. I do want to show off the Arcanine, Klefki, Titar, Garchomp, which is probably 4 that I pick most often. Dragonite comes in certain matchups. Whimsicott can be good, but I find myself bringing Klefki more. I like screens. I like the Thunder Wave paralysis. It's not the highest special attacker, but sometimes that chip is enough to push some of the other attacks across the line. Right, Arcanine, Klefki versus Water Tauros. They're probably going to set up Tailwind and just try and smash Arcanine. So let's protect Arcanine, and we'll get a Thunder Wave off on the Tauros. Oh, Klefki, you had one job. Yeah, Raging Ball breaks through screens, so there's not much point in trying to set screens up. Let's just go for a little bit of chip, and I'll swap Arcanine out. I don't really want to swap in Titar. Yes, it'll change the weather, but he's going to take a lot of damage from Raging Ball. Okay. Great. Good job, Klefki. So I'm going to click Rock Slide, and I'm going to, please, Klefki, hit your Thunder Wave on the Tauros, please, I beg you. Ah, you got the Wide Guard. As I was trying to say before, knowing the sets and what people are running is something that I need to get better at. Looking at Team Preview, yes, Pelipper can often run Wide Guard. And that puts me in a pretty bad spot because Garchomp's choice locked. Let's try this. I made T-Tar pretty tanky, means Weather Ball will be a rock move if they go for that. They're probably just going to go for Raging Bull again. Oh, they went for Aqua Jet. Okay, that's good. T-Tar essentially gets in with only a little bit of chip, which is nice. Now, both of their Pokemon are paralyzed. And their Tailwind peters out. Perfect. Right, so now I'm going to go for a knockoff into Pelipper. And I'll get an Intimidate down on the Tauros. Yep. Rotom Wash. Because if I take out Pelipper, that means they don't have access to Wide Guard anymore. Bang. Goodbye, Pelipper. Means I've also got Weather Control. What is their Rotom going to be? Rotom likes leftovers. It could also be berry. Oh, here we go. This is Mega Feraligatr, I'm sure. So I want to show off Howl. I really like running Arcanine with Howl. Howl E-Speed after a couple of bursts is just so strong. There's the Mega on Feraligatr. It's no Water Dragon type. It should still be slower than T-Tar. It's pretty slow. Oh, and Wisp, of course it is. That is the move that I was not expecting on Rotom, but Rotom that I have seen usually carries it. So this Rotom is probably either Light Screen or Protect, and is going to be, let's say, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, and Hydro Pump. Still a lot of damage with the Rock Slide, even from burnt T-Tar. Yep. Rocks, Fishful flinches. Oh, Klefki. Oh, it's electric type. That was dumb. Okay, that was a massive misplay on my part because I tried to Thunder Wave an electric type, which doesn't work. I'm learning. I'm still learning. But we do still have Garchomp in the back. Who can Rock Slide, double Rock Slide. I should have checked. This is it for them. This is their final two. Oh, that's fine. I mean, Rotom could try and burn, but it's going to do Hydro Pump. Told you it had Hydro Pump. I did get that one right. Oh. Okay, so because of that miss, I don't think we're going to win this one. Oh, they still have Tauros in the back. Yeah, we're definitely not winning this one. Look, we'll just go for it anyway. If we get a flinch on the Tauros, then we might be a chance, but they're probably just going to go for Hydro Pump and Aqua Jet, which will probably just get T-Tar. That was Aqua Jet. Probably don't live this without the special defense boost. Okay. Well, we got one win, one loss. That one I made some pretty crucial errors, but that's how we learn. And it has been a couple of months now since I've actually played with this team, so I'm just getting back into it. Let's do one more. So there was a few things there that went wrong. The Thunder Wave was bad. That was a bad move into the Rotom. I should have done it into the other slot. Look, there was opportunities, but I think I was on the back foot with their lead from the get-go. So I just ended up taking too much damage. Okay, Altaria could be the Mega. Heracross could be the Mega. Holucha is probably the Mega here, I would say. Victreebel could also be the Mega. No one's running Mega Altaria, surely. Klefki. If they bring Altaria, it's going to Cloud 9. Let's go Klefki, Chomp, T-Tar. I mean, Arcanine just looks too good here to not bring. Yeah. Look, if Gambit gets a Defiant boost, I can just Flare Blitz. Maybe. That will be the plan, but we'll see if that works. Again, what I'm looking at on Team Preview, I need to take a little bit more time and identify what they could be bringing. What are they looking at for a team? What are they likely to bring? Okay. Chomp is going to hopefully be able to smoke the Gambit with a Stomping Tantrum, but that means I'm locked into Stomping Tantrum, which means I can't hit the Altaria. Altaria's damage output is not that great, so I think I'll go with a Reflect first. If they do Mega Altaria, it's a Dragon Fairy, so I can't really Dragon Claw it. Rock Slide's not going to do anything to... It's not going to do much to Gambit, but we'll give it a go. Did I time out? Don't tell me I timed out. Timed out. Sorry, Klefki. My bad. I wasn't fast enough. I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. Do I want to switch in and give Gambit the Defiant boost? Yes. I mean, no, but I also don't want Garchomp to be stuck into Earthquake. Rock Slide would have been so much better there, but... Oh, it's not Defiant. Supreme Overlord? Okay, well that works. Scary Face into Klefki. Okay, all right, well, in that case, I think we can just Dazzle and I'm going to boost up with a Howl. Assurance is just not doing anything. Okay, you can have my berry. That's pretty funny. That's a funny interaction. Okay, cool. So we're +1 on Arcanine. And Altari is taking some chip. Leftovers are going to keep me nice and healthy. Their Arcanine comes in. But with what I've got in the back, I think that's fine. I'm going to go for Thunder Wave here. And should I be greedy and go for another Howl? Nah. I'll just click E-Speed. That's fine. E-Speed. How much does it do? Altari's pretty bulky. It was a crit. I thought for sure that a +1 extreme speed would have done more damage than that. Flame Charge, that's going to increase their speed by 1, but if I get the Thunder Wave off, then that means that regular Arcanine is probably still going to be faster. But with E-Speed, I can just outspeed anyway, so... One turn of Reflect. I'm just going to go for a Dazzle. And E-Speed the Arcanine. Okay. And Altari gets paralyzed. Some more chip on Arcanine. Altari faints. So they didn't Mega Altaria. What are they going to have? What's their Mega then? Heracross is their Mega. Okay. Thunder Wave into you. E-Speed into you. They didn't Mega Heracross? I mean, if he Rock Blasts into... That's fine. If he Rock Blasts into Seismic Toss... I'm fine with that. Okay, well, I don't see why I can't just go for Rock Slide and Flare Blitz. Let's just do that. Yep, takes care of Arcanine. +1 Flare Blitz. Goodbye, Heracross. Yeah, look, we're in Pokeball tier, okay? I don't expect any, like, super advanced people to be playing down this far still. Go us. One of the things I really want to try and do is make sure that during team preview I'm identifying some key threats, some key challenges that could be a problem for us. Identifying the Mega. There's only one on this team, which would be the Venusaur, which is threatened by the Arcanine. If it sets Rain with Pelipper, then I can overwrite that with Titar. So I think we'll go with the standard 4 that I have been running with, which is the Arcanine, Klefki, Titar, and the Garchomp. And yeah, we'll see how we go. I really was trying to show in the last couple of games the Howl Rock Slide, but unfortunately didn't quite happen in those games. So fingers crossed we can get it through this time. Okay, Spathra, Rotom. There's probably some baton pass shenanigans here, I would say. So I think I really want to target down the Spathra and just try and take care of it as quickly as possible. I probably want a light screen up. Do I want to paralyze anything? Probably don't want to reflect just yet. Light screen is probably good. Yeah. Okay, light screen. Klefki light screens. Good job. Klefki. Wisp. Sure, you can burn my special attacker. Well, it's not really a special attacker. Not really an attacker at all. Are you, Klefki? Yep, good damage. And the burn! Can't mind. I figured they would go for that. Speed boost is probably going to happen at the end of this turn as well. But that does put a Spathra on a timer. Now, if they want to go for a second Calm Mind before going for the Baton Pass, Baton Pass, he's not really doing anything, so let's just go for a Dazzling Gleam. Get a little bit of chip down on Rotom. Toxapex, okay, interesting. speed. Doesn't quite get the KO. What are they going to go for? Baton pass. There we go. Okay. So +1 speed. Pelipper. Well, I wasn't expecting Pelipper, if I'm honest. But that's fine. Okay. I'm going to protect this turn, and I'm going to get a Thunder Wave down on the Pelipper. Yep. Perfect. Oh. Gotta love paralysis. Yep. Infestation. Okay. That's probably fine too. Between the burn and the infestation, I mean, Klefki's done his job. He's set up light screen. What I'm going to do here is switch in T-Tar and Dazzle. T-Tar is going to change the weather. If Pelipper goes for a weather ball, then that's fine because it will be rock and that won't do very much. If Toxapex goes for infestation, I mean, I'm happy with keeping T-Tar in, if I'm honest. Hurricane misses. Stockpile, that's a Stilty. Okay. I want to knock off or rock slide. Look, I'm just going to rock slide and fish for paras on Toxapex. Thunder Wave's fine. Yep. Okay, so I should have thought about them switching Pelipper out, but I thought with the boosts that they may not switch Pelipper out. It does make sense that they would switch it out to reset the weather. Let's see if we get a Paraflinch or... Oh, that's going to go for a stockpile. Okay. So, because T-Tar is not infested... I'm going to switch T-Tar out. I will bring Arcanine back in, and we'll go for light screen again. Do I want to bring Arcanine in? Yes, in case the Rotom goes for Will-O-Wisp. If I bring Chomp in and he gets Wisp, that's a massive amount of attack that I'm going to be losing. So let's see what the Rotom goes for. If he just attacks with Hydro Pump, okay, cool. Caught the Wisp, great. Toxapex uses Recover. Oh, you weren't that damaged anyway. This is going to be a slow game. I can tell this is going to be a very slow game. Okay, so... I'm going to protect this turn. 2 turns of sand, 4 turns of light screen. Right. Clefty's just going to get a little dazzle down, just get a little bit more chip. Yep. Pelipper's going to come in. Spathra's going to come in. Right. Okay. Right. I've knocked one of their Pokemon out. Okay. So we're making some small progress, but not very much. Okay, they tried to target down Infestation into Arcanine, which is fine. Klefki goes down, which is good. I'm going to bring Chomp in. I expect them to bring Pelipper back out. No, they're going to save Pelipper. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here is Howl and if they go for Infestation and trap Garchomp in, and there's flying types in the back, then I'm scuppered. Well, Pelipper's a flying type, Rotom's got Levitate, so that's going to be no good. I really want to click Stomping Tantrum to get rid of that Toxapex. I think spamming Howl and Rock Slide and fishing for flinches and paras may be the best bet. Yep, okay. I figured that would happen, but he's choice locked anyway. I don't really have a way of getting around that. Howl, if I get enough howls off, that's going to mitigate the burn, lowering the attack. I'm going to Howl again and Rock Slide. Howling again gets Arcanine to +2, so E-Speed is going to be actually hitting quite hard. Now, I would expect Pelipper to have Wide Guard. Oh, okay. So I'm going to E-Speed the Pelipper and go for another Rock Slide. I think +2 attack cancels out the burn. E-Speed doesn't quite get the KO, unfortunately. Chomp. Oh, come on, Garchomp. You had one job. Okay. Look, it's fine. That's fine. I was staying in anyway. Oh, hello, Ella. Infestation is going to do some chip, but I think... Hello, Ella. Yes, hello. Is it greedy to go for Howl again? No, because they're both paralyzed. I can fish for flinches. Yeah. New Pelipper would have Wide Guard. I should have went for E-Speed. Next turn, I can just E-Speed and that'll be fine. Stockpile. So, third stockpile on the Toxapex. I mean, I think in this position that I should be reasonably safe. But yeah, I think it's just going to be a slow game. Wide guard. E-Speed takes out Pelipper. That was always going to be the target anyway. And I think E-Speed plus Rock Slide should be able to KO the Rotom. With Will-O-Wisp, it probably doesn't carry Protect. We saw Wisp and that was it. So it's either Protect and then the fourth move could be Light Screen. That's sometimes the set. Oh yeah. That's. I didn't realise Rotom. So Ella, can you not? Yes, I see you there, cat. They went Baleful Bunker the last time, so E-Speed into Toxapex is pretty safe. Look, it's Chip, but it's not as much. Garchomp, how many Rock Slides are you going to miss? Okay, Chomp missing the Rock Slide was bad on the Toxapex because I would have liked that additional damage. Oh, it's Citrus Berry. Okay, well that kind of makes sense, but it's a recovery berry. Look, they're slowly whittling me down. T-Tar's at full health. Knock off into knock off into Toxapex is not going to do as much damage. Do I just double Rock Slide? Yeah. Rotom's probably going to try and burn T-Tar. So I need Garchomp to hit Rotom. Go Garchomp. I believe in you. What's actually going to happen is, okay, Rock Slide. So it's 2 chances to flinch and a chance for full para. Got the flinch. Oh yeah, and Sandstorm Chip is helping. Right. Toxapex against the world. After seeing Toxapex at one of the American regionals, I kinda like Toxapex. I tried to do like a toxic stall thing with Toxapex once upon a time, but it look, it was a little bit of fun. Oh, Garchomp. The flinches are getting us through this one. To be honest, I mean, definitely not Garchomp getting us through it. Look, we got there eventually. You know, I would be much more comfortable if you weren't there, Ella. Don't bite me. Why are you biting me? Right. Come on, T-Tar. I believe in you. Yes, T-Tar, never letting me down. All right. Good job. We got there eventually. I defeated V1 Rusty. Go me. That was a very long battle. It probably felt much longer than it actually was, but ditto. Ditto, Gambit, Kangaskhan, Bridge, Ensign, Pelly. Probably Mega Khan then. Ditto is weird, but it should be okay. Look, I think the standard lead here is fine. Defiant on Gambit is scary, so let's go Chomp instead of... If they do bring out Chomp, then Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum or something like that could be good. Actually, no, I'm not going to Earthquake because I've got Klefki there, so it'd have to be Stomping. All right. See how that goes. Chaladon is scary to break through if it gets going with stamina boosts. I'm not too worried about Pelipper because I can always switch in T-Tar to change the rain. And it was a good call not bringing Arcanine, although it would have been nice to get an Intimidate on the Khan. I'm assuming it's Mega Khan. We'll see if they have Fake Out. I'm guessing they have Fake Out. Which is fine. They're probably going to, if they do, they will Fake Out Chomp, I would imagine. So they'll take a little bit of Rough Skin chip there. Reflect is going to help mitigate that physical damage. Stomping Tantrum, so they don't have Fake Out. That's a good bit of damage. You're redeeming yourself slightly, Garchomp. Very slightly. You're not out of the woods yet, but you're getting there. Swords Dance, Gambit, attack, Swords Dance. Okay. Leftovers, Swords Dance, Gambit. We are going to Thunder Wave into the Kangaskhan, and we're going to Stomping into they've just got a Swords Dance up. We'll Sucker Punch KO from there at +2. Do I care if it KOs? I probably do. Well, they didn't go for Sucker Punch. They did go for Sucker Punch. And it doesn't KO. Okay. So that's fine. Rough Skin takes him low. And Gambit is very low. Or getting lower. Right. Khan is paralyzed. I think I'm happy giving over the Defiant boost, because what's Gambit going to do? If I Dazzle and Protect, we'll see how much Dazzle. It depends how much Dazzle does to Gambit. They're probably going to click Sucker Punch into Arcanine. I can get around that next turn with E-Speed. Dazzle. Good. Damage, takes out the Mega. Right, okay. Cut out Cleave. Does E-Speed from neutral Arcanine KO Gambit? Ouch. Ouch is painful. I'm going to try and knock out the Gambit. Okay, well, look. I got some damage on Pelly. Electroshock is probably going to go into Arcanine. Dazzling Gleam. Alright. Pelipper Citrus Berry. And it's not Stamina Archaludon. Right. What's the item on Archaludon then? Because it wasn't leftovers, I'm going to get up a light screen and I'm going to protect. So I'm going to light screen protect this turn. Next turn, switch Klefki out into either Chomp or T-Tar, and I will Howl with the Arcanine. Arcanine will go down to another attack, and then I can get either the T-Tar or Chomp in, which will reset the weather, and then I'll have one of them at +1, which I think puts me in a good spot. The Tailwind, fine. I think Scarf Chomp still outspeeds, and if I get +1 on Chomp, yeah, okay. No, Chomp is dead. It's gonna have to be T-Tar, which is fine. How did I forget Garchomp fainted? This is why I'm not a professional. Oh, okay. T-Tar in resets the sand, resets the rain. Archaludon goes for Electroshot, and now they've got a turn of Charge Up. Good. Hurricane won't do very much. Crits. Oh, crit and confusion? Okay. That's not great. I don't think. what I can do here is protect. They're going to switch Pelipper out. To try and reset the weather. So I'm going to try and catch Gambit on the switch in. Yep. King Gambit. Now where does the Electroshock go into? Good. Electroshock's probably going into Arcanine though. Ah! Okay. What I should have done there is protected the Arcanine and low kicked. I'm not megaing so that I can mega to reset the weather once Pelipper comes in. They scarf Archaludon, or are they just content on clicking? Oh, Tita. Surely they're not. Wouldn't, no, because they're not fast enough to be Scarf. Pelipper wouldn't. Okay, good. Good, okay. What's Gambit going for? Kowtow, probably. Right. That's strong, but not strong enough. Low kick's so strong. Right. Pelipper's going to come back in. We're going to Mega, which is going to reset the sand, put that in our favour. And Rock Slide. Mega Rock Slide. And it's our board state. Rain. Look, I probably want to just set up a Reflect. Reflect in case they sucker. Sucker wouldn't KO, but it would chunk. Can you please stop biting me, Ella? Icy Wind. That's a very fast Pelipper. Yes. Oh, T-Tail's at +1 from the Howl. Cool. All right. Great. That was nice. We won. All right. Go team. So a couple of takeaways from today's little session. Some of the things I need to work on, particular, having a look at the teams in Team Preview having a look at what their megas are likely to be and how they match up into the team, and then having a look at what the key threats from their team are and trying to see if they lead this or if this is in their team and they bring it, what can I get boomed by? So what is going to be an instant loss? A couple of other key threats. Obviously, Milo can burn with the Intimidate on Arcanine, can get that competitive boost to its special attack, so that's always scary. King Gambit with Iron Head and Low Kick can also do a fair bit of damage to T-Tar, and if it gets the Defiant boost from Arcanine's Intimidate, again it can be quite scary. And the other one is Rotom. So Rotom typically carries Wisp, which can mitigate a lot of the damage from the two main physical attackers on the team. Now that's not just Rotom Wash, that's all the Rotoms. And as you saw, the big mistake from me in one of the games was, doesn't matter which Rotom form it is, it's also an electric type. So it may not look like an electric type, but it is, and that means Thunder Wave doesn't work.
If you made it this far, thanks very much for watching. I hope you come along for the rest of the journey. If you're starting your competitive journey, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're at and what your goals are. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing, and I have some channel goals that will help improve the videos in future, well, hopefully anyway. But thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.